lying with you in this dark room before the light of morning reaches up.
Welcome to the sixth and final episode of DoubleLife Exposed, a six-part series taking an in-depth look at each track on singer-songwriter Christian Beach's recently released EP, DoubleLife. This time, we'll explore the EP's closing track, Dark Room. And joining us again is the artist himself, Christian Beach. Christian, how are you?
Doing great, Brian. It's bittersweet. This is our last episode. I was really getting accustomed to the Tuesday and Thursday nights here, so I don't know what to do with myself for the rest of the summer.
Well, hopefully we won't have to wait another, 11 years to do another one of these.
Yes. Well, like we talked about in the interim, we could always release that demo, the demo project, Basement Noise.
The interim years.
You heard it first here. That'll be forthcoming.
I'd love to hear that, because there's so much good stuff there that I wish saw the light of day.
Yeah. I think I got some real turn since you mentioned it last time. So I'm going to go back into the archives and just put together just a collage of that stuff. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, all the times we played like Paper Ships, like that's never appeared anywhere, but we played it so many times.
Yeah, that'd be cool to find if I have a copy that we did, a live performance copy. I know we played it. Trying to see if it was ever recorded like somewhat professionally. I also have some stuff I did with Laszlo and stuff. So yeah, I'll definitely come up with some stuff there, and it'd be cool to get some of that stuff out there.
So, getting back to DoubleLife, though, we've reached the end, sadly, and we're in the dark room. A romantic ballad, which is kind of a callback to the 2009 album, which ended with All Messed Up, another ballad. So I'm not, small sample size, obviously, but I don't know if this is a trend with your recording projects.
I don't know if it's a trend. I wanted to end more on an acoustic stripped down note, I guess. And the rest of the songs are quite dense. So this was sort of I won't call it an afterthought. It was positioning the song on the EP was more an afterthought. But I did want to get this song. I was working on the song. I kind of put it down, and then I finished it. And I just wanted to end on a kind of a stripped down note. And I really didn't have that. It would have took me another few months if I was working on a song like No Use Writing a Song or Dead Man's Weight or something like that, where it would take me a long time to complete. So this one took basically a couple nights to get down, recorded and mixed. It was a simple track to do. Right.
And you said it's stripped down, and on the surface it's very straightforward, but there are, as I listen to it, more and more, aside from the strings, there's like a few other things going on that I find interesting. Again, especially towards the end, where there seems to be some building going on. So why don't you walk us through the recording of Dark Room?
Yeah. So as you can see, pretty bare minimum number of tracks. There's 14 tracks here, including all the effects. So a couple of the things that you mentioned that are kind of percolating underneath the surface, and I did add some kind of synthetic treatments to the song just to give it a little bit of color. And then there's those cellos that you mentioned as well. So we kind of get into that. So the song basically starts acoustic guitar recorded in stereo. A little reverb on there. So that's just the kind of the finger pick guitar, and then to add some additional color, I wanted to add the piano just to accentuate the chords. So that's this here. Oh, just want to get rid of the automation. So just piano, a little bit of reverb. Actually, it's Echo. Echo Boy is one of the Sound Toys plugins that I use a lot. So just to give it, a little bit of ambiance, because the guitars are, very dry there. So I kind of just panned, the piano, panned the piano out to the left a little bit here. And then once it gets into the chorus here. So these sounds it's actually a orchestron cello and a mellotron cello, two sort of tape disc, old-fashioned replay keyboards. So I didn't want to use an actual cello sound. I didn't want it to sound, obviously like a sample. Mm-hmm. So these kind of give it that kind of eerie, old, scratchy feel. So that's the orchestron. It's a mellotron. So sort of two different sounds, but they kind of blend together nicely.
What's funny is that even though you went against a truer sample, to me, with everything going on, it almost sounds authentic. Even though that's the cool thing. And actually, if you let this ride out at the end, the cello kind of rides out, because the sample is usually static, right? Or it's looped. Right.
So with the mellotron, it's a 8-second recording. Mm-hmm. That's a natural recording, and I think that's why it sounds a little more authentic, because it's played with natural vibrato, and there's no loop points on it either. So this is the whole. So it's just 8 seconds of the actual sound. So yeah, you're right. It kind of sounds authentic, but in a scratchy kind of weird way. Mm-hmm. That's why I like those sounds. You either go very authentic or you go the more synthetic side of things. But if you're going authentic, you have to have, if you're not using a real cello, you have to have something extremely authentic sounding. I just find the samples are, if it's a whole string section, you can kind of work with that, but a single cello is a little harder to do. And then just in the was it here, the verse, the second verse, I introduced another sound here. And this is a type of synth, but I put it through some effects and doubled it. It's only a one track, but it's probably about 2 or 3 sounds at least that I just printed onto a single track to make the sound. So you have that there, and on the bridge, again, nothing crazy. The only thing I introduced on the bridge that is not on the other parts of the song, I have what I call a Nashville guitar. It's a Nashville guitar there. So basically, it's kind of like a 12-string, but it's the it's just the higher strings that you would use on a 12-string guitar. and they call it the Nashville tuning. So it kind of gives a ethereal type of sound. If you mix it in with a regular guitar, it almost, combined with a regular guitar, it almost has like a 12-string type of effect. So on these kind of fast finger picking parts, I doubled the Nashville guitar on it. And I actually put this through micro shift, which is kind of like a pitch shifter effect. So if you can see, that's when it's all the way on. That's off. So it turned up a little bit. Mixed in with the other guitars. So it just gives a thicker sound.
Yeah.
So that's basically the song. We have the vocals in there, but no harmonies or anything here. Just the straight vocal, and just a couple of slight colors here, nuances, and that's basically the song there. So not too much to show you on this one, but just show you some of the additional textures that went into it.
Well, that concludes this look at Dark Room from Christian Beach's new EP, Double Life, and that means we've also reached the end of this series. So really all that's left for you to do is visit christianbeach.net to find links to all the ways you can check out Double Life, available to download or stream from most major online services. Christian, thank you so much for discussing Dark Room with us and for your time in breaking down the entire EP for us these past few weeks.
Of course. It's been a lot of fun to do. I appreciate it. Thanks, Brian. Great job.
Until the next project.
Until the next one.
All right.
Keep you busy.
Don't get up, it'll tear us at the seams.